Good morning. So this morning we may see the lift of the GSE tank here. Everybody, they've been working on it this morning. There is somebody in the Lieber crane, the Buckner Lieber crane to the left. So that's been active. There's some guys on the lift. Hey, Martin. Some guys on the lift over there. It looks like they finished up. So it's looking good for this morning. Space Hub, good morning. Kind of still getting in position here. It's a tall tank here. Hey, Andrew, Mike, Jay, Dan Solo, like Han Solo, but Dan. Good deal. Chris, Ernest, Rigved, Peter, Gordon, Jorn, David, Barry West, Mike J, Andrew, Pork, SS4G. Okay, the conditions here are sunny with 81 degrees Fahrenheit, 27 degrees Celsius. The wind is from the east at 5 miles an hour. We'll see that rise later as the day goes on. The wind will pick up. It'll get a little hotter here, 8 kilometers an hour, 82% humidity. Humidity is going to drop as it does every other day. We'll probably get around to 59 degrees. What somebody told me, Philip Boughton here, one of the photographers on site, is that as it gets hotter here and the humidity in the air, that'll make it look like it's out of focus. So John, yeah, if y'all are doing some photographing, and especially in the afternoons here, it'll look like the camera's out of focus, but that's really the humidity in the air causing the blurriness. It's not the camera. So there's nothing I can do about that as far as I understand. But Philip Boughton here did explain that to me yesterday. Chuck, morning. Yep, thanks. Sam, to you. Hope your day is a good day. Heat shimmer, John says. 7:55 a.m. August 12th. It's a Thursday. So just before 8 in the morning. Not all. Sorry, hitting the camera here. My hand here. So I don't know if you can see it. There's a liquid kind of thing to the right there, a white tank horizontally. I use my finger. It's over here. They got some kind of tank over there that they moved in recently. And to the left, I'm not sure you can see it on the screen. Let me see. Yeah, so you can see there's some people on the left there with some ropes and things. So that's a good indication that they're going to be using that to direct something. That could be a extension cord. Yeah, it looks like ropes. Could be extension cord too. But we'll see what happens. Yeah, Gilgamesh. If any of y'all like to say anything down here, hey, Sean from South Africa. Nice, Sean. Anything you'd like to see on site here at the launch site today, let me know, and I can go get that shot, most likely. La Palette TV. That sounds like a good show, good channel. Rohit, good morning. David says small multi-tanks are high pressure gas, argon, helium, even nitrogen at around 3,000 psi. Yeah, it's pretty interesting because a scuba tank's around 3,000 psi too. So there is, yeah, pretty cool. Yeah, I've heard about helium, and argon is usually used for welding and stuff, right? The argon and nitrogen maybe too. The nitrogen tanks here are typically vertical. So I would be betting on helium. It could be something else too, but I would say of the ones you mentioned, I would say helium. Could be oxygen too. I don't know what the tanks here look like for oxygen, but how many of the 8 tanks of the tank farm are now on their bases? Okay, yeah, that's a good question. Let me see. All right, now on their bases is a key question there. So I'll pan to the left. So not including the one there on the right, okay? We have the white one on the left there is the sleeve, and the one behind it is the sleeve. So we got two. We got the two silver ones in front of us, so that's 4. And then the white one to the right of that silver one is 5. So 5, and then there's a water tank. So 5 GSE tanks currently on their bases, and then we have the one that's going to get put on today. So 6. 5 plus 1, and then we got the one water tank. The water tank, it is either in the center of the screen there or to the left of it in the back. I'd have to look at the back of the tank to tell you which one is the water tank, but it has the downspout. It has like a downspout. I got some photos of that on Twitter. Let me see. Toxic. Okay, so then Toxic saying the cryo shell next to the water tank doesn't have a GSE tank. So 4 GSE tanks. Yeah, thanks for that. I must have missed that for sure. So 4 GSA tanks plus the one to the right on the screen getting installed today would make it 5. Thanks, Toxic. That's probably correct. I would assume that's correct. Yeah, so maybe they did fix two of those sleeves, and then they detached one over the last week and put it over another one on the left. So yeah, I think it's 4 plus 1 today. I haven't seen any cows here today, Daniel, but I did this morning. They live on the property where I'm staying. So Graham. Yeah, Mike, one of those two white things in front of us is a shell, and that'll get put over one of the GSE tanks on the left. So it's 4 already on the bases and 1 to be installed today on the right. And then there are 2 locations where this tank here today can get installed that I'm seeing. There's right in front of us, obviously in the center of the screen there is a spot where they can install a GSE tank, but also in the back there, you can see it in the center. That's another spot where they can install a GSE tank right back there. So 1, 2, and if one of those white covers is a sleeve without anything under it, then that's 3. It'd be 3 spots for GSE tanks remaining that I see. So we can do 3 more, including the one today. Inclusive of the one today. 3 more GSE tanks. Okay, Mike J says the GSE tank waiting to be lifted is a shorter one, so it should go onto the taller stand at the back. Oh, well, that's a good observation, Mike. That is, yeah, I can see that happening. Yep, I can see that happening. Yep. Let me see if I can zoom out. I can't zoom out. I'm too close. I'm way too close, but it does look a little shorter than the other GSE tanks, the one that's here now. So I could definitely see that. Nice. I didn't know that was a thing there. Good thing, good deal. So we're looking at maybe they'll lift, if that happens, if that really does happen, then they will be lifting this shorter one, this GSE tank here, very, very, very high, and that means I'll be getting a shot, something like, I'll be doing something like this with the camera while they do that lift to show you the up and above and over. Unless they're gonna lift it over and back around the tank farm there. But yeah, it's gonna be an interesting shot to do. Okay, Nick says the shell all the way to the right of you doesn't have a tank under it, so there are 2 more to come, plus the one about, yeah, so 3. Yes, that's correct, Nick. Yep. Big Vid said it's 5:02 in the morning in Alaska. Cool. I'm gonna plug in my phone to the portable battery pack here. I want to show we just got a beep here. That sometimes means there's a lift. This is a battery pack, gives me a lot of hours somebody sent me 2 of these, and I'm very appreciative. This was a game changer to get these, and since I have electricity now at the place that I rent, I have pretty much unlimited power, in addition to the solar power cells that I got, also that another person sent me. So I'm really good with the power here. Hey Toyota, good morning. It was nice to chat with you over the last couple days. Hey Toyota, you sent some good info yesterday, that's for sure. Unlimited power, everybody, unlimited power. At least for a couple days. But as long as we got some sunshine out here, I'll be able to stream because I got unlimited power. Steven, good morning. Yep. Small battery pack, phenomenal cosmic power. I like that. We got star power here from the sun and from everything else. I've got 2 of these charged and I got a third actually. So I have 3 power packs here. So that's like a lot of days there of power. Not including the solar cell, so Mike J, that was great with the placement of the GSE tank we're looking at here. Hey Michael, morning. Yep, Chris, thanks Chris. Dan W, good morning. So there is no upcoming road closures today. So says the Nightbot. Thanks, Michael. We have a Patreon and a Discord server also, patreon.com, and there's a membership here on YouTube. We got Discord server where there's a lot of chats and stuff. You can chat with other people when I'm not online or while I'm online here. Anytime you can hop over to the chat in the Discord. Yep, next on the list is a good microphone, TS. I'm gonna get that fixed. I'll get that microphone thing solved. Thomas, and there's also a website, oceancam.space. Instead of .com, we got a .space, so oceancam.space. And the Twitter shows up on there, and some other things show up there too. We got a merch store on there as well. So that's all the housekeeping. Anything with the disconnect, Nick? I haven't been over there. I did a quick look as I drove by. I'll do a live stream from there later today, this morning probably. A Space Burn from Brazil. I like the name. Good name. Yeah, I think somebody was possibly going to send me a pointer with a hand at the end of it. I don't have it. It was never sent, but I could get an antenna or something to do the pointing. Yep. I've got the power. That's right, Barry. I've got the force, actually. I've got the force. Because really, power is something different. So force, I've got the force, Barry. I've got the current. Well, maybe the power. Yeah, maybe the power. But I think of it more as a force. Power, I think about something else. Power is more about alignment for me than... Okay, yeah, maybe I can find a piece of willow branch, and then I'll really be set. Gilgamesh. I don't see any willow trees around here, though. Thomas, so they're gonna lift this. They're gonna lift this GSE tank here that they moved here yesterday, and it's gonna be a pretty tricky lift because apparently they're gonna lift it all the way back to the left, all the way to the left of the screen there. So to get it back there, they're gonna have to lift it very high. They're gonna have to lift it way up over these tanks, and they're probably gonna have to move the Buckner crane back while they do that or something. So there's gonna be a lot of noise, and they're gonna fit it into that back spot back there, is the thought. Unless they surprise us and they put it right there in the center of the screen. So not sure what they're gonna do, but the thought right now for me is that they'll put it on the back there on the left. Yeah, so there was the third version of the third part of the... Yep, thanks, Dave. The third part of the That's good stuff, Dave. That is actually quite true, but it's not something external. Anyway, they're going to the third part of the Tim Dodd interview was with Elon Musk. Was put online yesterday, so you might want to check that out. It's pretty short, but it was good. Short but good, and so you get a chance to see the site director here at Starbase, Sam. So he spoke about some of the issues here on the site and some of the exciting stuff going on. And of course, Everyday Tim Dodd was there explaining what's going on too. So you might check that out. Everyday Astronaut, the third part of. So there were 2 videos before that over the last week or 2, and so 3 videos altogether covering the site here and everything that's going on. That's Vatiana. Awesome. Yeah, so there's a link there to the YouTube channel for Everyday Astronaut. I did not take a dip in the water, but I did get some Ocean Chem gasoline for the truck, and I did take a dip in the Ocean Chem pet water yesterday. Yes, I did. Twice, actually, Barry. Twice. I got a sense from Elon of the size and risks involved in the whole project. Yeah, so, yeah, that was a little bit, that was a real video there. That part 3 was no joke about it. Yeah, Sam looks like, he's got a lot of work, and I'm surprised that he was walking around shaking hands over the last 2 weeks and handing out a few items to people on the scene here. So, yeah, looks like a good guy, Sam. Does that tank in the crane have the same number of rings as the other tank, as the base on the far left seems to be taller? So, yeah, okay, so John, this tank on the right, I can count them. Oh, we can count them together maybe, I don't know. Let me see. See if I get them all in the shot here. So we'll count the number of the rungs on the thing here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's a little bit. 1, 2, 2 at the top. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. This is what I count. I count 13. I'll move the camera so I can count another one. Let's see. Okay, yeah. So the one in the center here. See how many seams this has. So this one has seams rather than rungs. It's a little difficult to see it for you. Got 2 at the top, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I think this one has 15 in the center there, so it has an extra 2 rounds of the seams. It has 2 extra rounds of seams. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, 15 versus 13. Okay, we could do it again if you didn't see it. This one in the center, it's a little bit harder to see them, but you got the 2 at the top, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. It's got 15 versus 13 on the new one that came in. Yeah. Yeah, so left side of the tank farm is what the consensus is here. Hey, Dragon. Wow, Dave. Yeah, that'd be great. Cybertruck, that'd be good. As long as it's got 4-wheel drive, right? And that'd be nice. Yeah, Martin Patel. Yeah, Patel is Sam's last name. I didn't want to say it without having the spelling correct. So, yeah, he seems Indian, Michael. Or at least something like that in that area. We have you look there, we just, there was a crow that just flew by. I'm gonna drink a little bit of liquid here. So it doesn't look like they're ready to lift us yet because just out of the screen here, you can see they're doing some work on it right now. We're checking something out. I'm not sure what's going on, but But let me see, is there anyone in the crane? Let me see. I don't currently see anybody in the crane, but there are a lot of people kind of hanging around. Like if they did get ready to go, they would lift it. There are some people there at the kind of at the base there of the orange lift on the left. So maybe they're all waiting on a lift. I'm not sure. Ah, cool. His full name is Shamal Patel. Thanks, Michael. That's good stuff. Yeah, I didn't hear the beeping until you mentioned it. It beeps more over there at the build site. So if you want to be at the build site, B for beeping. Over here at the launch site, you don't get as much beeping, but what you do get is a lot of dust. Leah, good morning. Zach in the house. Good deal, Zach. Haven't talked with you in a while. Good stuff. A Cyberbuck bike with a trailer and baskets. Wow, that sounds interesting, Barry. Well, if you guys want to outfit me with equipment or vehicles, you're welcome to do so, or other items. I will showcase them on the stream here. I've got no problem doing that. If it works for you, it works for me. Thanks, Neil Anderson. Thanks, Neil. Neil. There we go. Sorry. The sun on the screen here. Sorry. Vatsyayana. So we're kind of a little bit in limbo if they're going to do something with this tank, because if you just see the people who come through, sometimes it's only like 2 or 3 minutes. That's why I repeat myself quite a bit. When I look at the stats here on the channel, on some of the live streams, some of the people are only here a couple minutes. That's why I do repeat stuff, but I do look at the chat too. So I'm mostly looking at the chat and then sometimes repeating myself. I try to do it in a different way, but I do repeat. Okay, Graham says, did you know the ISRO? Oh, that's the launch failed this morning. Shame. Keep going, India. Wow. First I'm hearing about it. Thanks, Graham. Thank you for letting us know. Okay, so Nick was saying, Jack of the NSF got a photo of a label on the last GSE. The short ones are actually deluxe, liquid oxygen. 2 big methane and 2 big nitrogen. Okay, so we have 6 tanks you're talking about, Nick. Yeah, I heard a while back that these weren't all methane. So you know, I did say that on video a while back too, that, you know, a lot of people are thinking these are all methane, but they're not, you know. So is that what you're saying, Nick? I think that's what you're saying. So I think Nick is saying that the short ones, the 2 short ones are liquid oxygen. So we might be, the one on the right here might be a liquid oxygen tank, and then there are 2 big methane and 2 big nitrogen. So very interesting. Thanks, Nick. And thanks, Jack, actually. AD, good morning. The 3rd stage failed. Okay, for the Indian launch there. Yep, Vatsyayana. 3rd stage didn't fire, Michael says. It didn't achieve orbit and fell back to Earth. Wow. That's the words there are, that's gotta hurt are the words I was thinking. Yeah, Dexter, not sure about the arms. Not sure if they're gonna finish them, but okay, some good news was that Elon tweeted last night or this morning, I'm not sure which it was because I got up in the middle of the night, but that they are going to be moving the Starship and the booster back here on Monday, or by Monday or something like that. So this coming week, we're going to see they're finishing up with the piping and connections and whatever on the Starship and the booster. And it sounded like, as far as I understood, they're going to be bringing it back this way on Monday. Hey, Kelly, good morning. Yeah, thanks, sis. Yep, pretty good view, pretty good view. Yeah, a little bit of a static view, but if I go back more, the tripod's going to tip over. I mean, I could keep it like this, but it means I'm going to have to hold it. So one of my next purchases, whenever the YouTube money comes through, is to get a good tripod for the iPhone here. So over the next 7 days, we're going to probably see a lot happening here on the site. Yep, it's gonna be, and I saw the SN20 outside just outside the mid bay over there this morning. So it's looking good. It's in the sun. I'll get some shots of that later today. So Vibe says ISRO got very close to landing on the moon with Chandrayaan-2 a few years ago, but lost signal in the final burn. That was a bummer. Yep, I hear you. If I was an evil Dr. Powers, or Superman was always fighting against different other heroes of the darker side. So if I was fighting against Superman, and if I was in control of some of these rockets, I would let the people build the rockets, and then at the last moment I would disconnect the signal and use the rocket for my own purpose. That's what I would do if I were an evil person. I don't know if any of that's true, but things happen too. Mistakes happen and failures happen too. But I always like to think about some of those Mars rovers over there to Mars, where year after year these countries would send the satellites over there, and at the last moment the video camera would die and we would lose control of the satellite. Kind of funny how that has happened over the years. Hey, Dan. Well, I definitely have some powerful battery packs here, that's for sure, this morning. Yeah, I can up the angle, but I have to hold it here with my arm. That's if you don't mind the swinging of the camera here. See, I'm holding the camera here. That's why. We're so close. We're so close to the shot, to the tank. Yeah, I mean, if you could theoretically, if you could have someone pay billions of dollars and build something, and then give it to you, and if you were a competitive nation, you might just take that, turn off the broadcast signal, and use it for your own motives. Oh yeah, the bandwidth's holding me back. Okay, thanks, doctor. Yep, bandwidth's holding me back. So that'll be going forward. That'll be one of the challenges for the broadcasting here, is to upgrade the signal strength and possibly the other larger equipment down the road. So if we are gonna live stream from another moon or something, we're gonna have to figure out how to do that live streaming better. I met somebody from a satellite company here over the last couple of weeks, and he was telling me about how big of a unit you would need for the back of your truck to be able to do that. And one thing that, say, AT&T could do is they could they can move in. Maybe Elon would want to rent out part of the top of that tower there to a cell phone company like AT&T. Maybe AT&T would approach Elon or SpaceX and say, hey, can we put a dish or whatever on top of the tower there? You know, Elon is bringing out the Starlink, so maybe he'll put Starlink there on top of the tower to give us all really good reception, and then we'd be able to do what we need to do with broadcasting. But Alfiato, again, Alfiato, thanks. I've seen you here before for your lunch today. Keep it up. But yeah, they could put a dish or an antenna right there at the top of the tower. Yeah, it would burn. They would have to maybe put a new one up after every launch or something. Thanks, Alfiato. That helps a lot. Yeah, well, yeah, I could do something like that. I could also build like a wooden structure. Sometimes it's cheaper just to build one out of wood, right, than to spend a couple $100 on a tripod. Kind of makes more sense, but who knows what I'll do. Nicholas says it's 3 short methane, 3 tall LOX, and one tall nitrogen and 1 water tank. See, Nicholas, the word was that previously here in the stream was that it was 2, 2, 2, and 1. So I don't know. Where did you get your info, Nicholas? That sounds interesting. So 3 short methane. See, it was totally different what was said here early in the stream about the LOX being the shorter ones and the methane being the taller ones and the nitrogen being a tall one. I can see the nitrogen as tall because they have it in the tank farm down over by the main entrance. The nitrogen are tall tanks, but I'm smelling something too. I'm smelling some kind of fuel or something. Yeah, I am smelling some type of fuel, like a leak or something. Okay, so Nick says SpaceX label said 3 short LOX. Okay, so there it's completely different from the other one. 3 short LOX, 2 large nitrogen, and 2 methane. So that would be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That would be 8 tanks. Let me see if we can fit 8 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we could fit 8 tanks here. That is, because I'll show you that. I'll show you, we can count that together. You can see the tank all the way on the left, which is sleeved over the GSE. So 2 on the left, and then 2 silvers there. So 4. We got 1 in the back without a tank on it, 5. And then we got the 2, 6, 7 of those, the water and the other sleeve back there. And then we got the empty one on the right, so 8. So we got 8 spaces here. Oh, the crane operator is inside there. I saw somebody in there earlier. I can zoom in on the cab. I'm not sure if anyone's in there right now. Okay, that's the mosquito truck. I'm gonna hold my breath. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to keep holding my breath here. I got some free mosquito repellent this morning. All right, that's it. I can't hold my breath and hold the thing like that. Okay, I'm gonna have to zoom out. Oh, I went the wrong way. There we go. All right, it's all set. Back to neutral. Let me go back, scroll back what was said. Elon tweet: if lobbying and lawyers could get us to orbit, Bezos would be on Pluto right now. That's good vibes. I like that. Hey Jill, good morning. Doing okay this morning. Welcome to the stream, Jill. Concentrated says enough water for a deluge on the orbital launch mount. Yeah, so if we could get a cell phone company or even Starlink up there on top of the tower, that might work. Because I think it's a line of sight or whatever, where the signal would go a long ways if they put it up something like that high. Oh, so Barry says they use nitrogen for many purposes here and need more because it'll be used more often. Yep, they do use nitrogen over there at the other tank farm to the right, out of the, over by the main gate. So they got some large tanks over there. Nicholas says the tank on the ship is small for methane and big for LOX. Wow, getting a lot of good info here. So the Starship has a small tank for methane and a big one for LOX, liquid oxygen. Interesting. Yeah, that is the low base in front of us on the, yep. John. How do they get liquid nitrogen to the IG tanks on the ship? Yeah, that's a good question, Ian. That's at Paul. So scaffolds on the tower. Yeah. They have. Yeah, I will pan up for that. That's a good point there. And previously, the scaffolds on the tower had been taken off that first to second junction there, because at each junction they have of each segment. They have scaffolding, right? So instead of just being the first, second junction, I saw that come off, but now the second, third, and the third, fourth, they've been taking them off. So, yep, they've only got the 1, 2, 3, 4 more sections to take the scaffolding off. So they are removing the scaffolding from the tower there. You can see it. It's been removed from several of the areas. Good call there. Good call. Nice. Let me see. With a simple cable, can you block your camera angle? Maybe. Yeah, well, Tez, I could. I don't have a cable though, so I need a couple cables and some. This is all sand beneath the camera here, so I'd have to really stake it in there. I could do that. It's a little bit sketchy. I mean, it is very sketchy, but that would be like maybe a 50-degree angle off the ground, so that'd be a little bit difficult to get it correct. Yeah, Justin, I haven't seen them pour any concrete into those legs for the tower, so I'm not sure if they're gonna do that. They may have done that without me seeing it. I have seen some concrete tanks over there. I haven't seen them pour any of the concrete into the ends, to the corners, but I have seen concrete trucks over there for sure. Maybe they did it when I wasn't looking too, so Hey, what does? Okay, so I think Michael has a overview of the tanks. Yeah, okay, so if we're gonna say that the oxygen are the shorter tanks, then let me go back to that thing by Michael. Left to right? Row closest to me. Let's get that in the scene here. Row close to me, LOX, liquid nitrogen. Okay, so let me see. And the tanks behind, you're saying those ones in the top on the back are liquid oxygen. The top 2 tanks are liquid oxygen, and then I think you were saying liquid nitrogen. So back. Okay, yeah. So you're saying liquid oxygen in the back. Then liquid oxygen, water, and methane. Oxygen, water, methane. So you're saying in the back row on the left is all the way on the left and the back is liquid oxygen, water, and methane. So he's saying that this is a methane tank back there, that sleeve there. Once it gets taken off and they get a tank put there, it'll be a methane. Saying behind this water tank here, that's a water tank. The one behind it, the white one, water, and this is going to be methane. And in the back there, it's going to be methane, oxygen, and then the other one in the back corner is going to be oxygen, is what you're saying for the back row. All right, that makes sense. Let me go back to that, what Michael said. Okay, and a closer row, you're saying, let's see, from left to right, you're saying that's an oxygen over there also. And you're saying that's an oxygen there. So we got 3 oxygens, you're saying. Then we got liquid nitrogen and that silver tank to the right of that. So you're saying this is nitrogen there. And then, let's see, what do we got? You're saying this one's going to be nitrogen also. And this is another methane here. So you're saying these 2 are methanes. You're going to say this back one and this is methane one. And this is nitrogen, and then oxygen, 3 oxygens. All right. If I'm understanding correctly. Pretty interesting. Thanks, Mike. Yeah, RGV photography. There's a link there in the chat by Michael. Thanks. He's got some photos. Okay, yeah, the 2 ones in front of me are nitrogen. Yeah, there's only 1 uncovered tank. Oh yeah, so yeah, the 2 uncovered ones you're saying are nitrogen. Well, I think Michael was saying something different about that, but or I was reading it incorrectly. So the 2 uncovered ones are nitrogen is what has just recently been said here by Nick. Okay, so they're nitrogen, you're saying. That's a good deal. And then the one uncovered, this one here, is methane, and we're saying those 2 are methane. Okay. Thanks, Mike. Okay, Giovanni says Elon visited Tuscany this week, so I'm feeling a little bit of the mosquito spray in the back of my throat. So, yeah, that was a little bit of a powerful mosquito spray. I usually, when that happens, I usually smell it, or it affects the throat. Yeah, so we hadn't had many mosquitoes here over the last week or so, so it's effective, and hopefully it doesn't affect me too much. Bad for mosquitoes, but not bad for humans. I question that when they say that on the label there. Yeah, wear a mask too, right? You know, yeah, I don't want to get into masks and things like that. I've got a protein mix. Well, there's nothing else. All right, so we can see some people over there, and they got a rope or something, so that may be a good sign. Okay, and they're starting to do some activity at the bottom of the GSE tank there. So that's kind of a good sign. Steven, Wisconsin says good morning. Thanks, Wisconsin. Steven. Howdy, Monum. Yeah, Ian, so there is a Ocean Cam Discord. If you look at the description here, like the second or third sentence in the description of this video, there's a link to the link tree. And in that link tree there is the link to Discord. So All the links for Ocean Cam are in the description, including Discord is the chat. Alexi, Jose, cool man, good morning. Yeah, so what I did yesterday was to ask if anyone needs anything or wants to say anything to anyone else here on the chat. So this is gonna be going forward. This video might be around for a while. So if you want to say something for the future to yourself or to somebody else, or if you're looking for some help for something, or you want to say something, or if you got a poem, maybe you can put it in the chat here. I haven't been doing the notes like I did yesterday evening. I did some notes. Hey Maddie, good morning. Didn't see you here earlier. All right, the GS something. Okay, this something just started up. I'm not sure what. Okay, yeah, this blue lift here in the front. They just started up. Hey, the Magic Sky. I didn't see it come in. Yeah, there you are. I see you. Morning. All right. It looks like they're going to get busy here. Well, they've been busy all morning, but, you know, they're wearing heavy clothing and everything. And that's, you know, to protect them from the environment and everything. It's sun exposure and dust and mosquitoes. So they've got a lot of protection on. They're probably sweating like crazy right now. Yet, I haven't seen any Tesla forklifts, but maybe they're just trying to do the cars right now and the trucks. They got so many lifts here, and that maybe the rough terrain ones are the only ones they had access to. Herb Tone, good morning. From this angle, I don't see anyone in the crane, but I think some people are able to see inside the crane, and they said yes. Was what I heard. I just panned this up because someone was coming forward. I want to give them a little privacy. Hey, David. All right, we're seeing a lot of activity over there. Seeing a lot of activity. If I was able to park my truck here, I could get up higher and I'd have a higher angle. There wasn't any space here really. I mean, there is space, but there wasn't any real space for me to park the truck here, because then I could stand up in the back of the truck and get a really nice angle and shot. Alan, good morning. Ingermar. Yeah, the tank would fall this way. I would do my best to not get squashed, though. Yeah, I could try and park there, but it wouldn't be nice to the trucks to the left and right of me. It'd be too squeezed in. There's all sand here too, so it'd be easy for the truck to slide and hit the one to the left or to the right. Charles, morning. So they're doing a lot more work than normally, but you can see, I think they just attached so they are about to lift it, because they just attached the rope there to the base of the GSE tank. So, and there are a lot of people out there working on it right now. So they are going to be doing this move right now, looks like. Unless I mistook an action for something that wasn't really, but it looks like they're attaching ropes to it, and they use the ropes to kind of guide it as they lift it. So that's my guess is what's happening right now. Guidelines, Michael says. Thanks, Mike. Yeah, Monam, I think you got it. They're gonna use some of that fermentation probably. That's a joke, everybody. I'm with you, Monem. I don't drink alcohol, so but I do. If any of you are trying to look for like an alternative to alcoholic stuff, there's something called kombucha, which has a very minute trace of alcohol in it due to fermentation, but you can buy it at Walmart, and it's very tasty. Kombucha with a K, Kombuch, a kombucha. Hey, Rael. Christian. I'm gonna give him a little privacy. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, you can make your own kombucha too. Once you start a kombucha, it takes a lot of sugar or honey usually. So, and once you start it, there's so much that comes from it that it becomes a task. You know, in the beginning, you're getting the kombucha for free. I mean, as you make it, but then after a while, it's like you're working for the kombucha. You know, so who's running the show? The mushroom kombucha or all right, we just got a beep here, so that means a lift might be happening right now. So we'll see what's happening. We got a beep here. A lot of cranes here on site, so it could be any of these cranes that's gonna do a lift, but just got that beep. And they're taking photos of it too, so when they take photos of it, that means something's probably gonna happen. Pan up. Sorry, I keep not getting that guy when he comes close. All right, so we might be seeing a very high lift here to get this GSE tank all the way on the back there. It's speculated that we're looking at a liquid oxygen tank. It's shorter than the other GSE tanks. Man, I'm picking up this stuff real fast. After like 100 chats here and discussions, I can talk a little bit technically knowledgeable. Got a lot of teachers here, everybody. Thank you. And all of you could do the same that I'm doing right now too, because you've been here in the chat. If I stand to the side, I'm sure if one of you shows up here on the site, you can pick up the discussion. So a couple days ago, there was a young man here named Winston, and he's 21 years old, and he was able to do the live stream. So I stepped to the side, and he took over for a while. If you ever show up here on the site, at the launch site, and you'd like to do some of the chat yourself, I will let you over to the microphone and you can take over for a little bit. Thanks, Giovanni. Yeah, cool. Yep, herb tone, that's about it. Texas bound in September. See you in the funny papers. That's good. Richard, that's good stuff. It's starting to get hot out here, so anything can happen. You know, if the phone ever overheats, it's done that before. It's not so hot where I think that might happen, but if the phone overheats, it would disconnect and then we would have no live stream. So, but I think we're good now. Just FYI, in the future, if we ever disconnect and it's on a hot day, there's a good chance that's what happened. I have the umbrella, so over the phone, I think we're good. We'll see. Yeah, Rowan, I've got no info on that. Quick disconnect arm. It is the yellow structure is a quick disconnect. Elon confirmed that in the Tim Dodd interview over the last several days. But I will most likely be making it over there, just down the ways, about 500 feet to the right of this site, and I'll be able to get that shot of the main entrance with a quick disconnect. Tankzilla is just there behind everything. I don't want to pan up. When they lift this, you'll be able to see the top of the Tankzilla there. You can see the base of it there just to the right of the tower. But it is not holding anything currently. It's just up there. The hook is up there in the air with nothing attached to it. Alexi, good morning. Again, Matthias. Karsten, thanks Karsten. Thanks for braving the elements to get the stream. That is correct. We got a lot of different elements here, and thank you. Yeah, Edwin, they're about to lift the GSE tank, so I'm going to keep everything here, but I can get the tower later. Yep, I will do that. Yeah, Andy has been writing a lot of good poetry and insight, and he's been listening and following what's going on here. So check out some of his comments over the almost every video. Thanks, Andy. I like reading some of the stuff you wrote, especially last night. You wrote some interesting ones. I like the stuff you're picking up there, Andy. Really good stuff. You should maybe compile that into a book or something, or some kind of. You could do something with that. That'd be fun to see it happen eventually. I mean, you know, when they bring money into the scene, that's when creativity tanks into the ground. So as long as creativity is not influenced by money, usually it's good. But there have been studies that say once you bring in the money, that's when the creativity disappears. So I would only recommend making a book if you could do it with the spirit of creativity. Right on, Eddie. Right on. I guess I can zoom in on the tower for a little bit from here. They're not doing anything at this moment, so I will zoom in a little bit at the tower base here. Thanks for the for requesting. Hey, Da Vinci, keep up the great work. I wish I could get there, but by the time I do, most of the action will be over. I got you. Thanks, Da Vinci. Kind of like Da Vinci, but Da Vinci. Yeah, so Europe is quite a ways away too, so I understand that 100%. Looks like they put some, I'm not sure what that is, whether it's ropes or whether it's wires on the right that blue lift just offloaded, but looks heavy. Kyle, Wadura, hey Wadura. So it is a little bit warmer here now since this morning. 83 degrees Fahrenheit, 28 degrees Celsius. 10 kilometers an hour or 6 miles an hour. Humidity 79%, so the humidity is still at 79%. From Sarasota, Kyle. DWM Seaver. Yeah, moving stuff out of the way. That's right. Welding equipment. Oh, thanks to Dragon. Thank you. Yeah, Will, I did watch part 3 last night. Yeah, it was good video. It's nice to see that, you know, in the beginning, it's kind of a jovial, and then at the end of it, they kind of got serious with when Sam was talking about everything. Yeah, I think they were saying the orbital launch platform was like 1/2 inch off. So that's a big, on a big structure like that, I guess they were shimming up. It was nice to hear what they're actually doing to make it level, you know? Because if you're launching a rocket ship into orbit, you know, a 1/2 inch could mean a lot. So yeah, some big stuff there going on with the orbital launch platform. Yep, Shamash, that's good stuff. Yeah, I got interested in all this down here at SpaceX by watching the Everyday Astronaut stuff. Late last year is when I came across this channel. So I found it on YouTube and I started watching, and that definitely made it easier for me to come down this way and feel comfortable checking it out. Yeah, so Elon has a COO, Chief Operating Officer, also, and I haven't seen much of her stuff on camera and stuff. So I don't watch a lot of YouTube videos, but because I'm usually over here on the site watching and waiting and seeing if anything will happen. Like this morning, see, I've been here this morning an hour so far on you know, doing live streams. So I'm usually here waiting around to see if there's a good reason to go live, or recovering from the elements, or actually doing a live stream. So I don't usually have time to watch other stuff. So Carl says 1/2 inch off at the bottom becomes several feet at the top of the rocket. Thanks, Carl. That's some good feedback there. Yeah, 1/2 inch at the bottom does make a big difference. I panned up because someone came into view here. Let the guy have his privacy. Yeah, I haven't seen Elon. I've never seen him. Thanks, Dave and Teresa. A lot of times this lift happens a lot quicker, so I don't know if they do this much work beforehand a lot of times, but a lot of times I never see all of what they're doing right now. So it's a lot of preparation, you know. Yeah, so one thing that might happen today, and often happens, is when they get ready to lift, the sheriff will show up and move everybody away quite a ways. But sometimes, since it's already on the SpaceX property here, they won't ask us to move. I had to pan up. Someone was walking by here. They didn't see me, but I had to pan up. So, all right. Some people don't want to be on camera. So, all right. Okay, the Finchy, that's cool. Yeah, I didn't see him. People have told me he's been in some of the videos I've shot, but I've never, taken the time to go and look, DWM, yes, it would. Hey, David, what would you like to see? You'd like to see maybe the base of the GSE there? How's that? Is that a good shot? Let me know if that's too blurry or what, Hey, Ram. Good morning. Abdu. Thanks, Carson. Firestorm. Yeah, Nick, I think this is going to be a great position for the lift. Yep. I see two other people just showed up. So, but until now, there was nobody except for me, myself, and I were 3, and then so 2 more just showed up. So five photojournalists here currently. Me, myself, and I, and then the other 2. Plus all of you, we got 706 photojournalists on the Ocean Cam team here this morning. Plus myself makes 706 because we just lost one. 705 plus me is make 706 Ocean Cam photojournalists here this morning. We lost some more. Yeah, so NASAspaceflight.com just set up over there to the left of me. But this is oceancam.space. We are the space live stream here. Okay, yeah, I want to mention yesterday I saw somebody gave me a link to something by NASA showing the oceans in the solar system. Can you believe that? They actually made oh, we got back to people already. Yeah, they made like a PDF or a website, a URL just for oceans in the solar system. Oh, Toyota, thank you. Yeah, I didn't want to say it was and get it wrong. So, Toyota made my day, maybe made my year with that link. It'd be good to know when they uploaded that. Was that recent, or maybe that was inspired by the Ocean Cam crowd, or maybe we're all just in sync as part of the one larger being, and we all kind of tapped into it together, and we made it happen simultaneously in the many different bodies. Yeah, Alan, I usually don't photograph or film people, so I avoid filming people's faces when I can. And Mr. Patel, Alan, is not, Sam is not usually available. I usually don't even see him. So he's a hard person to find. And then on top of that is I don't intentionally photograph or film people. So that probably wouldn't happen. When he is on site, when I have seen him, I've seen him twice now, Sam has. I've seen him twice. And that's only been late at night for about 6 seconds. Yep, hail to the infinite crew. J.A., I like reading your comments also. I like your style. All right, so I do have a slot to drive my truck up. There's a toss-up between, as I go to the truck and drive up, will the phone overheat? So I could do that. I could get that shot. There is space here in front here for me to pull the truck up, because that truck just pulled away. Unless they're gonna back into this spot here, but I could do that. I hear you, Atoda, but not everybody sees it that way. David, yeah, so I'll do a timed, I'll put a thing here, a link to when they do the actual lift. So if any of you are tuning in later, you can just timestamp it at the top in the description will be when the actual lift happens. I started doing that this last 2 weeks. So for some of these videos, when it's like a lot of chat and no action, you can jump ahead by looking in the description of the video. Yeah, so I think I will risk it. If they pull out, there's some people in the way here. Yeah, I'll go risk it. I'll go get my truck. If we overheat, we overheat, and that's what happened. If it turns off, if the stream dies, that's what happened. It overheated, but I don't think so. We'll give it a shot. I'll go get my truck, and maybe I can stand in the back of the truck and live stream. That'll be kind of cool. So I repositioned the tripod a little bit. I'll see you soon. I'll see you soon, everybody. Okay, so that went well. I'm gonna reposition the camera here. Yeah, I just bought some new water bottles, so those are actually my water bottles. I'm gonna reposition everything. There we go, get in position here. All right, I am on it 100%. I am on it 100%. Sitting in a nice chair in the back of my truck. I want to mention something that there was a guy named, what was his name? He did the whole enchilada. There was a video about the whole enchilada. And he's passed away now, but he said that at a certain point, you have to decide if you're gonna act as if you live in a friendly universe or a hostile universe. So, you know, if you're going to live your life, it could be important to see how you want to act, right? I'm going to lower the tripod just a little bit more, but all right. Dice says, can you mount your gimbal phone holder on your tripod? Yeah, I could do that, Dice. The problem with the gimbal phone holder, especially with the iPhone, is I've done it several times, and I'm not sure if I have it here, but the main issue is that it messed up my screen. So my screen froze. So the holder mechanism for that gimbal device, I think it impinges on the screen, and I don't want to mess up a $1,000, $1,400 phone just to be able to use a gimbal, you know? Because I had to go through a unfreezing process for the screen there after using that gimbal one time. I'm not sure if it was some other issue, but I think it could have been due to that gimbal, its hold on the iPhone screen. That's why I'm not using it. That's why I haven't used it since that happened. It's like a $150 device, but I'm not sure it's worth risking damaging my only live streaming piece of equipment. I mean, I could buy another iPhone for $1,400, or for $700, I could buy another iPhone and have a backup or something, but it's kind of sketchy. Nice piece of equipment. Just that's my only, that's a serious concern I have about it. Yeah, Nick, I didn't buy that from from Amazon. So that was bought at a, and I think I did have the receipt, so I could have returned it. But yeah, I used it a little bit more than would have been okay to return, I think. Hey, Mark, Irene says, hello from Sweden. Awesome. Hello, Irene. Maybe Irene. I'm not sure. Irene, I think it's Irene. Yeah. Hey, the magic. Connie says, my partner and I are thinking about making the drive down to Starbase from Colorado. Is overnight camping allowed on the beach? Yeah, you can overnight camp on the beach. Yep. Yeah, you can park maybe closer to the... You can park right up to the beach. Unless you have four-wheel drive, then you can maybe drive on the beach. If you want to risk it, you can do two-wheel drive onto the beach. But yeah, when I first got here, when I first got here, I drove and went to the beach here at SpaceX Starbase, but then I camped out over on South Padre Island on the beach for 2 weeks, and then I rented a space at the park there for 2 months actually after that. So I have done the beach thing. If you want to do it, yeah, go ahead. There are no stores or restaurants or gas stations within 18 miles of the launch site here, so it is a little bit of ways, but you are right here in the middle of the action. So there are people that are camping out on the beach, more so recently, at least that I know about. So there are people currently, they're gonna have a bonfire or something coming up. I think tonight or Friday. I'm not sure which night it is, but some people did a fire last night. They reached out to me, but I was already back in Brownsville, so I had to decline. But yeah, I live 18 miles, Leah. Hey, Paul. I'm not sure what they're doing with the grinding, or I'm not sure what they're doing right now. So they're doing a lot of extra work they don't normally do, as far as I've seen here with these GSE tanks. Yeah, so I rented a room over at a place called SpaceX, MSX. Mile Hunter. I rented a place at a place called MSX, and they just opened it up to work stay, where you can not pay any money but do some work, because they just bought the place and it's 13 acres. So they got some horses and cows and plenty of space to camp. It's just so if you're looking for a place to camp, there's on the Twitter page, there's a link to it. They're also on Facebook too, Makerspace or MSX, and there's an email there. You can contact them if you'd like to. You know, this is the date right now is August 12th, 2021. It's a Thursday at 9:14 in the morning. So if you're watching this a couple years from now or 20 years from now, Makerspace may not exist anymore. So this is a limited time thing where they're allowing people to do a work trade, and it's a good opportunity. I'm paying $600 a month for a room, but it's a really good opportunity for me. It's one of the closest areas. You could rent a place in Brownsville for about $450, like a 2 or 3 bedroom apartment. But then you have to sign a lease, or maybe you can do it month to month. But this is like a space-oriented housing situation. So I'm paying a little extra money, but I do get a very close as I can get to SpaceX without being here in Boca Chica Village. If they were Boca Chica Village here, I would space here, I'd rent here. But so far that's not available. MVM, good morning. Auto Vlog Music. Thanks, man. You're my guru too, so we're all each other's gurus. I'll pan up so you can see what's going on up there. Yeah, the magic, I don't know about the weather. You know, if you look over the ages, we have had cycles of warm and cool, so the fluctuation in the weather is probably natural. I guess it's normal. I don't know how much is human related. So I think the weather fluctuates, and that's just the natural way the Earth moving around the sun, and moving around the solar system, moving around the galaxy, moving around the universe. You know, in my opinion, the Earth is alive. So just like the blood flowing through our veins, we're gonna have warm periods and we're gonna have cold periods, and it's a somewhat cyclical. Maybe it's inspired by the people on the planet too, but it's natural. Thanks, Daniel. Yeah, in the early 1900s, there was a guy named Rudolf Steiner, and he came up with the Waldorf schools, the anthroposophy. He came up with a lot of things, but so in the early 1900s, there was a guy named Rudolf Steiner, and he was saying that the sun was a lot bigger and the Earth was a lot bigger a long time ago. So it was a lot hotter, and the sun was a lot bigger too. So our current consensus reality history of the Earth is up for grabs, because a lot of people say a lot of different things about the past, but one thing is for certain: none of us remember what actually happened there ourselves. Good morning, Maida. Yeah, Joseph. That's right, Joseph. Yeah, so when it comes to oil, a lot of people have been saying, oh yeah, oil is going to run out. But then there's another crowd that says, you know, oil is a renewable resource and it's maybe developed by maybe the asteroids hitting the Earth and compressing and compacting all the vegetation on top of the Earth's surface. So oil might be replenishing itself over and over, and oil may never run out. So there's a lot of conflicting things. But right now we have oil, we have heat on the Earth, we have a summertime, and we have a winter time. Unless you go maybe to the North or South poles, and then it's more so 6 months of the same stuff. Or if you go to the equator, it's usually about the same all year round. So there's a lot of dust here this morning as the trucks pass by, and it's getting hot out. So trucks, hot, some mosquito spray, and plenty of time to chat here brings out the best conversations. Hey, Vedic Shri from India. Awesome. Any of you, if you'd like to add Shri to your name, it means very good things. So if like Shri Joseph and Shri the Magic Sky, and that's what they do in India, or Shri Jacob, or Shri MVM. That's what they do in India, everybody. And if you want, you can add Ananda to the end of your name. So it would be like Ed Ananda, bliss of Ed. Yeah, so no, Justin or Prince. That's correct, Justin. You could add Prince to your name. That's very similar to adding Shri, prosperity. Yeah, Monam, yes. There is a risk. Yep. There's a big risk. Even Elon said that his biggest goal is to get the booster off the launch pad. That's his number one goal, because if it doesn't, then that's a big issue. Thanks, Ed. I like to make mistakes, Ed. But even the Hindus can't agree on what things mean. So there's a lot of different meanings and a lot of different trajectories. Yep. Okay, I'm panning back, everybody. Just get a little bit different sight. You can see, maybe we can get that lift on the top there. It's really high. This is a tall tank, and very tall tank there. Hey, the Tyler Show. Good morning. Nice to see you here. From Florida Space Coast, that means the east coast of Florida. Everybody, the Space Coast is on the east side of Florida. Yeah, I don't know if they're ever going to move this tank this morning, so maybe I could end the live stream. I'm good live streaming, but they are doing a lot more work than they normally do. Or I can just keep it going. I think I'll keep it going. This is going to be just a very long live stream. I'll live stream till they do something. How about that? Kill Dragon. Yeah, maybe a lift meeting. I don't know. Hey, Daniel, that was good. Yeah, so I was going to Purdue University. A little history on me. Starting in 1994, I went to Purdue University in Indiana, West Lafayette, Indiana. And I studied nuclear engineering for a year and a half. And I was having a tremendous time with those engineering classes. So I actually took physics and I took chemistry. I took all those pre-engineering classes. So I've got some skill when it comes to physics. And I've taken chemistry several times, and I even passed organic chemistry, everybody. You believe that? And later in life, in 2014, I became a surgical technologist. I went through the 2 years of schooling to do that classical Western medicine. So I've taken a lot of different classes. So after a year and a half of studying nuclear engineering, yeah, the boilers, that fourth semester is when things change for me. So as you go to college, you may find you're drawn to one thing and not so drawn to another thing. So see how it goes for you in your schooling, and maybe follow some of your passions, you know, because you know, getting a degree may be the best thing for you, and may also be a distraction for you. So see what's good for you. But I do recommend getting some type of degree later in life, because it helps out. It can help out. Unless you become a millionaire when you're a young person, and if you become a millionaire, if you can hold on to that money and not lose it within 5 years, then you're doing pretty good. Yep. Organic chemistry part 1 was easy, but organic chemistry 2, I didn't pass that, so I dropped it because I got distracted by something else. But yep. Vedic Shri, you and me both. We're on the same wavelength there. You and me, Vedic. With a name like that, you'd have to be somewhat of the other side too. Hey Leah, I like that. Education is the lightest thing you will ever carry. As long as it doesn't close your mind, you know? As long as you can keep an open mind and still get that education, I think you're doing pretty good. ASS. Right on, SoCal. Appreciate it. Yeah, the weight of knowing is has a lot of ramifications. When you actually know something, then it kind of gives you like a lever, like a focal point to test other things. Yeah, the problem with making $1 million is a lot of people usually lose it within 5 years. So if you can go longer than 5 years without getting too excited, then that's an accomplishment. Hey Sherry, Cherry, Justin. All right, I think I'm gonna pan over to the right here. I'm gonna all right, they're coming down on the lift. I won't do anything, I'll keep it here. Maybe I'll just keep it here. All right, we got a testing of the rope there, everybody. That was an effective use of the rope. Yeah, it is over here on this side of the launch site. It is busier here. Yep, there's a lot of noise. You got the big crane is turned on, and they're doing a lot of pounding on this GSE tank for whatever reason. Yep, I'm sure Elon sees big profits from this too, Michael. Yeah, I'm sure he wouldn't do anything if there weren't any profit in it. You know, I mean, he for sure does a lot of stuff if there isn't any profit. he's a philanthropic person, but longer term, he wouldn't be stupid enough to just waste all his money without any potential profit there at the end. So, yeah. Okay, so maybe what they just did and what they're doing is taking off some of the, whereas on the outside here, we don't see any of those bolts or things that we normally see on the GSE covers. They normally have these big metal bars that they take off all around the GSE sleeves, but those are usually on the outside. So I don't see them here on this GSE cover. So what they probably just did is they removed them from the inside area, holding that to the transport stand. So that's probably all the sounds we've been hearing for the last hour. So the drag station knocking the pins out. Good, good, good. Hey, you get. Hi, Irfan. Pauliz, doing good? I have to drink some water. I think that mosquito stuff getting to my throat here. All right. Yes, David, they did. They sleeved one of the GSE tanks yesterday, yep. Hey, MR. Not yet, but they're working on it. I'm doing pretty good. Yeah, a lot of dust here. Yep. Thanks, David. As far as getting a launch view, an ocean view, a hotel in South Padre Island, there are hotels along the South Padre Island there with a view of this area. There may even be some areas in Port Isabel, but it's 5 miles away and you might want to have a zoom camera to be able to see it really good, because it is quite a distance away. If there were ever an explosion here on the site, that might be an issue for people who live in the surrounding area. So they do evacuate the area. I think they do a 5-mile. They have people move out. So there's really no place here on site where you can. I don't think that you can view the launch from. You would have to go to South Padre Island, or maybe in Brownsville somewhere. You could watch it, or between Port Isabel and Brownsville. There's some areas along the road there, the highway, where you can get a good shot down this way. So they do evacuate the area when they do launches and static fires. There are a number of live streamers. I think Everyday Astronaut does do a live stream whenever they do a launch. Mars Embassy does. Cosmic Perspective does. Here at Ocean Cam, I'll be doing a live stream since I now have a Nikon camera which can zoom. So here on Ocean Cam, I'll be doing a launch live stream when they do that, maybe in October. Yeah, the Tyler, I look forward to giving that a shot. There is a wireless. See, when there's a lot of photographers and people using their cell phones, even then the reception goes down quite a bit. So I will definitely get the footage, but I hope to live stream also. Yep. The amphitheater there at South Padre Island, the Isla Blanca Park, they have a wireless that you can tap into, a guest wireless. So I have connected to that in the past, and I guess I need to do some test live streams from over there with the new Nikon and see if that live streams effectively. So let's see what time it is. A lot of times if they're coming up to lunch, so 9:36, okay. Yeah, it still looks like they could lift this before lunch. If we get up to the 11:45 time, they'll probably delay till about 12:30 or so and lift it then. So a lot of times they'll lift things right after lunch. Lunch starts at kind of 11:45 and it ends around 12:30-ish, 12:25. But we're still kind of in the morning time period where they could possibly lift this. Yeah, I don't have any remote control. The drones are they're not allowed in this area. Hey Moon, yeah, I have not seen Elon. I'm not even sure he's here in Texas, so I don't even know if he's here in Texas. I don't look for him either. Yeah, so you can see how long I've been here on site streaming. So yesterday afternoon around, I think 11:30 is when I decided I was gonna go to town and get something to eat because I was hungry. And I got that link about the NASA stuff. So that was kind of a celebration midday meal for me. And if I'd have stuck around for another hour and a half, you're saying at 1 p.m. is when they lifted it. There's really no telling when they're going to do a lift around here. You can look at it, you can see when people are hanging around and they're tying ropes, and then you can kind of gauge, yeah, maybe a lift's going to happen. And I can look at other days when lifts have happened and the times. But if I had stuck around for an hour and a half yesterday waiting for them to do that lift, I would have wasted an hour and a half, you know? So, or sometimes they'll do the lift at 5 or 6 p.m. So I could have wasted a whole day sitting here, see if that lift was going to happen. So I went with my heart, I went with my passion, celebrating that NASA link of the oceans in our solar system. And I read that while eating some nice Asian buffet. Hey, Barry, thank you. Awesome. Thanks, Barry. Neutrino. So I say this at almost every live stream I do now, or on several of the live streams. If any of you live anywhere in the world or even here in the United States and you'd like to set up your own ocean cam, or if you'd like to live stream or rebroadcast some of my things, you're welcome to do that up to 3 times. You can take 3 of my things, 100%. You can copy the whole thing and rebroadcast it on your stream. But after that 3rd time, I'm asking for, if you do have monetization, I'm asking for 30% of the monetization on that live stream, and then also, give me a link or some credit, put on the screen that it came from Ocean Cam here, back to this YouTube channel. So that gets the Ocean Cam mission out there, and it also allows you to share this stuff and get excited about it. Maybe you can do some audio over top of my audio and kind of make it your own thing. But and if you're not monetizing yet, then maybe just give a donation every so often as you do use the clips. And let me know what you're doing. There's some people from South America that have done that already, and other people around the world have done that already too. So, yep. You get 70%, I'll take 30. It's a good deal. Thanks, Justin. Otherwise, if you're not monetized, just send some type of PayPal donation. On the link descriptions here, I got Venmo, PayPal, GoFundMe. There's a lot of ways to contribute and help out here, or a YouTube membership, or super sticker. There's a lot of different ways to help out. Yep. But if you're excited about the Ocean Cam mission of filming water on other moons and planets in the solar system, NASA, they put out that paper, that URL with the link to many of the different moons in our solar system, and they put a paragraph on each one that they consider has either salt ocean or some underground stuff, or water, known water. So you can check out that link. I posted it here in the YouTube comments area, like channel comments. So you get that link from there. Otherwise, from Facebook or Twitter, I posted that link over there too. There is a Wikipedia article which has maybe more information than that NASA article, or maybe less. I'm not sure. I have to compare the two sources of information. But Wikipedia, there's also a link to a URL on Wikipedia with a lot of that similar information. But if you're excited about space and everything, you'd like to start your own Ocean Cam channel anywhere in the United States or around the world, around the globe, or perhaps by chance you live somewhere in the solar system off planet, or even if you live inside the Earth somehow that I'm not familiar with, or a lot of the audience is not familiar with, you're welcome to create your Ocean Cam there in the center of the Earth. If you're over there or in one of the underground bunkers, I salute you. Or if you're off planet, on maybe in one of the other planets like Mars possibly, or Europa, or if you're on the far side of the moon on some type of military kind of thing, you're welcome to create your own Ocean Cam. I celebrate you. Or if you're perhaps on a military mission outside of our solar system already, on one of the large ships that are thought to exist already, I welcome you to create your own Ocean Cam channel. And I salute you also. Thanks for tuning in. I'm just covering all my bases here, everybody. Either now or in the future, whenever you're listening to this, watching this, or dreaming about this. Maybe you're dreaming this whole show. Maybe it's a simulation. Anyway, I welcome you to go forward and do as you like. Hey, Joff, we got to cover everything. We got to cover all the possibilities. Got to cover all the possibilities. Yeah, Vedic. Yeah, that'd be great. Just contact me here either in the description, or you can go to the links in the description, and there's an email there in the social media links, or I think the second sentence down has a link to all the links, the Ocean Cam links, and at the bottom of that page has an email at the bottom of the page. Send me an email if you want, or contact me some other way. Ocean is liquid, some type of liquid, whether it's water, H2O, or some other type of liquid. And liquid is the goal. I mean, the whole universe. I mean, if you, there's a reason why the Navy used to cover the space happenings, because the Navy, everything's considered the ocean. I mean, space is considered the ocean. That's why the Navy used to, and maybe still does, control space, maritime law. So, but in my terms of ocean, I'm talking about liquid, whether it's liquid methane, liquid water, maybe liquid helium. I don't know. Well, whatever type of liquid is out there. Maybe the sun. Some people say the sun is the liquid. So, and some people say as you get closer to the sun, it gets colder as you get closer to the sun. So, a lot of conflicting beliefs about what's going on out there, because the atmosphere in space is almost non-existent. So, but if you get in front of the sun and you get exposed to that direct sunlight, it's supposed to be very hot. So a lot of questionable things. But for me, the ocean means a liquid. I don't know how many of you used to watch some sci-fi movies as a youngster, or maybe some of you are still in that age group where it's, if you're still younger than 15 years old. Yeah, I used to watch a lot of sci-fi movies and stuff, so I don't know if it was good for me, I don't know if it wasn't good for me, but hey, yeah, Golden Boy. Hey, Golden Boy, it was nice to chat with you on video a little while back. I think when the big payout comes here, when the big payday, when the big donations come in from the viewers here on YouTube who want to see the Ocean Cam happen, maybe when the yacht shows up, I will gladly take the keys to the yacht and I will live stream from the yacht. Hopefully it has a helicopter pad, because I've always wanted a helicopter. So if you are thinking about donating a yacht to Ocean Cam, please make sure it has a functional helicopter. Yeah, it should be happening in the next few days. I think someone will see the need for a yacht to be donated to Ocean Cam here, and of course the need for not just one but two helicopters, so that in case one of them needs to get maintenance, we can just use the other one. After we get the yacht, we're gonna have to get a little one of those short, smaller ocean submarines to do excursions. Yeah, I'm not sure when they're gonna lift it. I was expecting about almost 2 hours ago. Thanks, Maddie. David Beale was apparently a visionary also. Yeah, the thing about being a visionary is a lot of times, you know, you gotta, you know. Anyway, we'll see how it all pans out. Yeah, I was looking at 2 helicopters with at least 1 submarine. I was looking at it the other way around. Now you're saying 1 submarine and 1 helicopter. Moon, I think we would have a debate there. Yeah, so Donnelly, yeah, after I got here, I was streaming for about a half hour to an hour. Yeah, NSF is also here. Yep. They're streaming a couple hundred or so feet, cars to the left. I am gonna pan to the right and get some other shots here, because we've been getting this shot up for quite a while. I get a little bit of the, you can see some of the black piping is getting worked on over there, and some of the quick disconnect fuel armors over there. That right behind that white, I'll use my finger. Right behind this, there is a black piece you can still see up there. So that's been up there overnight. I'll get that shot later on today. So that piece is still vertical up there in the air. It's hidden behind that white crane, vertical, but it's still there. A lot of dust in the air here. All right. Yeah, the problem with military organizations is it's all compartmentalized. So even though they may have one program for something, they may have 5 other programs for the same thing, and they may not all be technologically at the same level. So one compartmentalized unit may not know about the other unit, and it may not even have the same technology as the other unit. So yeah, there may be one space organization, but they may not be the most technologically advanced aspect of the military organization in regards to capability. So they may not know about each other, and they may definitely have different technology. They definitely have different budgets, because each compartmentalized unit has a different budget. Yes, there is somebody in the crane. That's a good question. I'll show you that shot. I can see it now. So there's someone visibly sitting in the lever crane, in the Buckner crane. So you can see that right now. You can see the person. So that is a really good question, and confirmed. There is somebody in the crane. So in addition to we got several ways to donate, but at the bottom, I added the postal address to the bottom of every live stream in the description. So there is a address there. And for instance, if you wanted to send me a computer, or if you wanted to send me a boat, If you want to ship something big to me, you could ship it like a boat. You could ship it to me at that address. Yeah, so I got some stickers yesterday. I showed them in the Twitter. I have them in the truck here, but yeah, so one of the people has been putting the logos on some of the images I put on Twitter. So I've got some stickers. If we ever meet here on site, I can maybe, if I still have them, hand you a few Ocean Camp stickers. Yeah, I have heard that, Danny. Yep, I have heard that. I like that miner. Yeah, name the Ocean Cam yacht. What's it gonna be called? Yeah, Justin, if you want to buy a house for me, yes, I'll let you. That'd be great. Right. Let me zoom in on this. Maybe, maybe not. No, I'll keep it here. I'll keep it here. Yeah, now they're getting busy. They're Argon. How you doing? Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah. Ocean Camp. You know?
I watch you many times. Wonderful. Is it right?
Yeah. No worries, no worries. Who are you?
I'm Steve from Los Angeles.
Nice. If you want to be on camera, I'll put you on camera.
Oh, no.
Okay.
You're popular.
Yeah.
I like to interactive with all the listeners. Good job.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. How long are you here for?
Just today. I have a business trip.
Oh, nice. Good for you.
Houston.
All right.
That's over here.
Nice.
I appreciate you coming.
Yeah, so Steve is here. I'm not going to say his last name, but yep, somebody is here.
Hey, it's okay. I take your picture.
Yeah, so if you want me to pan up, I can pan up a little bit. Yeah, they're a couple hundred feet to the right, to the left of me. So they're in the same general area, but further to the left on top of some of the dunes. I can lift a tripod here too. I can get I'll get you that shot here, everybody. I'm gonna lift it up. Here we go, lifting the camera. There we go. I'll pan it a little bit to the left here. I'll zoom around a little bit with the camera here. So if you're just tuning in, we're looking at that spot right there. I'll put it in the center of the screen. We're thinking right up there in the center of the screen, in the back, is where they're gonna be moving this GSE tank. And the consensus is that the GSE tank that's gonna get moved is an oxygen tank, liquid oxygen. You can see here further to the left. I think I'm gonna maybe get up a little bit. Kind of getting comfortable sitting down, but I can stand up too. Let me stand up. Here we go. See that direction. They're gonna have to lift this GSE tank very high unless they lift it around. They're gonna get back to that back spot there. They're gonna get it back there in the center. They're either gonna go very high or take it around somehow. But most likely they'll lift it. They'll lift that GSE tank very high, right up and over. They'll maybe move the lever crane back or forward or something, and they'll set it right back there. I usually stand during these live streams. I was sitting in a chair, but since the truck is on a hill, I was sitting in the back of the truck here. But I usually stand up during these live streams. Take my seat again. All right, back with you, sitting down here. I'm scrolling back up to see what I missed. Okay, Gabriella. Yeah, second level of the tower. I got you. I can get that from another side. and more video on the black piping. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that later after this. Yeah, apparently you can learn to operate the crane in Europe. I think some of the people who do operate the crane are out of Europe. At least Kong. I'm not sure about the lever crane on the left, but they're both lever cranes. But I think the certification for that crane is in Europe, out of Europe. David, it was originally, it was a paved road, but they dug it up and they added it. They added a lot of large stone underneath this road, and then they compacted it, and then they added the top layer of caliche. Caliche is, so yeah, it's about 4 to 5 feet of stone, large stone compacted here under this whole length of road. And then they added like a top layer of about a foot or so of this yellow, I think it's called caliche. Until then, until they pave it, that's what it is right now. But it was originally maybe 5 inches or so of paved road that they dug up and they shipped out of here. Yeah, okay, they just brought in some yellow structure for a crane. So they may be adding new parts to the large Kong crane. They just brought in some on a truck, some crane-looking parts, maybe an extension, or maybe a switch out a part of the Kong crane. Hey, David. David, I'm not sure how many trucks are needed to fill all these tanks. It's a good question. Good question. If they need a lot of trucks for sure, I'll be getting it on. I'll be getting some footage. If not me, then somebody else will get that footage. It's going to be an exciting time to see all those trucks come in. Thanks, Joseph. Lieber, I got you. Lieber. Oh, Michael says about 120 trucks. That's gonna be a lot of trucks, and then they're gonna have to turn around. It's gonna be exciting to see all that happen. That's for sure. Well, we're definitely getting the extended view of this GSE tank preparation for lift. It's 11:07. So let me check that time. Can you confirm? Can anyone confirm? It's either, I think it's either 10:08. Yeah, I think it's 10:08. Okay, yeah, it's 10:08. So if we're still at this point in an hour, then I would assume that it's going to be, yeah, 10:08. Good deal. The screen on the phone here, when I look at the time, sometimes there's a dark spot where that second number is. I got to change my screensaver. Yeah, I have the P1000 out. I'm not sure I'm going to do a close-up on this. I'm not sure is it worth it doing this is just going to be a tank lift. I can get it out for sure. Yeah, Justin, I can swipe down, but the time, the image on the screen, there's a large dark spot where that time shows up on the screen, so it's hard to see the actual number. I got to change it. Got to get it from. All right, Benoit, thanks for tuning in. You've been here a while, so thanks, Benoit. Gabriel, morning. I'm gonna pan to the left. I'm gonna take a look at some of the containers here. You might be able to see it. Greetings from France. They got a bunch of containers over there. I don't see anybody in the Buckner crane right now. Doesn't mean that they can't get in soon, but yeah, I don't see anyone in it. Thanks for the support, everybody, on the stream here today. Good deal to see that happen. That's nice. Thanks so much for all the supporters throughout time here on Ocean Cam. Thanks everybody. I wouldn't be here still streaming if I didn't get support from you all over the last 2 months. So it's been amazing. And the Patreon money's coming through, I think, in the next couple days. I'll get that from this month. And the YouTube, I think the YouTube is going to be paying out this month soon too. So sometime in the next couple weeks. It did register, so hey Dave, thanks Dave. Let me know if the signal clears up. When I move the tripod, sometimes that disconnects it from the upload, I guess. Yeah, Joseph. Good deal, good deal, good deal. Hey, Off Grid, see you soon. See you next week. Yep, I'll be out here and see you. Otherwise, you can contact me here and we can meet up somewhere. Off Grid, good deal. Uh-oh, we got some music. If it stays up, I'm gonna have to disconnect. Let me see here. Yeah, I may have to stop the live stream, everybody. Can you hear that music? I'm gonna have to stop the live stream. Okay, see you soon. When it lifts, I'll turn it back on. Gotta go, everybody.